Good afternoon, real women of Philadelphia. My name is Lori and I'm really excited to be here for round 2 of Entree Week. I have got a very simple recipe to share with you today for stuffed chicken breast, but simple does not mean bland or unflavorful. Our Philadelphia cream cheese, herb and garlic flavor is going to take our stuffed chicken breast through the roof of flavor. So without any further ado, let's get started and get this chicken into the oven, because we're going to bake up our chicken breast with a deliciously creamy stuffing with spinach, mushrooms, and herb and garlic cream cheese. That's going to fill our chicken breast. We're going to bake them in the oven, and then we're going to smother them in creamy garlic sauce. As you know, if you've seen a lot of my other entree videos and side dishes, Lori is a big fan of garlic. So we are not going to make this recipe any exception to that rule, and we're going to smother it in a garlic sauce also. What we're going to do is chop up our spinach. I have got a whole bowl of beautifully delightful dark green spinach that I am just going to grab in chunks here, and we're just going to chop it up nice. Now you can use frozen spinach if you'd like, if you don't have any fresh spinach sitting in your fridge and it's time to make this recipe. But if you're going to use frozen spinach, you're going to want to make sure that it's fully thawed, and then you drain it out and squeeze out as much of the moisture and water as you can before putting it into your filling. I find fresh spinach at this time of year to be quite economical and incredibly flavorful, and the color just can't be beat. I mean, frozen spinach is very convenient, so it's definitely something that I have in my freezer at all times, but you definitely want to make sure you've taken out all the water. Okay, so I'm going to give us about 3 cups of cut spinach, kind of packed into 3 cups, or 4 cups of loosely packed chopped spinach to put into our mixing bowl, and I think I've just about got enough here. Okay, now with all our delightful spinach into our mixing bowl, I'm going to toss in about 1.5 cups of chopped mushrooms. I've cut those little guys into just little tiny bits to just mix them in uniformly with the spinach and our cream cheese. Now I am using a full package, or 1 cup, of the Philadelphia herb and garlic cream cheese. This also comes in a light variety, which would be a great option also. And I'm just going to put the entire cream cheese, just been brought to room temperature, right into the mixing bowl. With it at room temperature, you'll be able to just mix this in nice and smooth with a spoon. So voila, just like that, we've got 3 ingredients in here, and because of the amazing flavors in the herb and garlic cream cheese, there's no fiddling with our seasonings or anything like that. 3 ingredients, and I can already smell how delicious this filling is going to be. So we can move right on to getting our chicken breasts ready, getting them stuffed, and getting them into the oven. So I've got 5 raw chicken breasts here, which I am going to take and just open up in like a butterfly cut. Now there's no amazing trick to doing this. We're just going to slice them open so that we can stuff the filling inside. So setting them on their side, I'm just going to make one nice clean cut through the center, not cutting all the way through, just so it opens up kind of like a book unfolding, and we're going to fill that book with delicious Philadelphia filling. And then once these are all stuffed and ready to go, my oven is already preheating to 375 degrees to be ready to toss these in. This is a quick and easy way to make an amazingly delicious weekday dinner without taking a lot of time or preparing ahead of time in the morning. It's Tuesday tonight, and we're going to be eating in under an hour with these guys ready to go, and it's going to taste fantastic. So with those open, we're going to take our filling and just spoon a big mound into the center of each and pack it in. Now I'm kind of a just get in there and get dirty kind of cook, so this is actually a little easier to do with your hands. So we're just going to press some of the filling into the center of each of these chicken breast fillets, and then into our pan. With our stuffed chicken breast onto our baking sheet, I'm just going to sprinkle the tops with a little bit of salt and pepper on each one. Put these into the oven, and we're going to leave them in the oven at 375 until the chicken is fully cooked. So you're looking at probably about 40 minutes. And in that time, I'm going to get that garlic sauce ready to go, work on my side dishes, and then we'll be all set for dinner. We're going to whip up a quick little sauce to put onto our chicken once it comes out of the oven and is fully cooked. So what I've got here is about 2 tablespoons or 2 to 3 tablespoons of melted butter in a saucepan. Next I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of green onions and 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. And this time I've sliced the mushrooms instead of chopped them because we want them to be full of texture and beautiful mushroomness on top of our chicken in the sauce. So I'm just going to let those cook up for a moment. You know, this afternoon we were engrossed in a board game for later in the afternoon that I generally like to be, which makes a quick and easy but delicious recipe a must-have. So something that I can whip up with a little bit of prep time, throw into the oven, and then just whip up this sauce quickly to put on top and still have it be fantastic. It's a real lifesaver on a weeknight. Okay, next I'm going to add about a cup of white wine or cooking wine I've got here, and let that heat up and simmer, as well as mince in 2 cloves of garlic. With our minced garlic in there, along with our mushrooms, green onions, and white wine, we're going to add just a splash of salt and some fresh ground pepper. And then once that has a couple minutes to simmer, we are just going to put in 2 large tablespoons, big scoops, of our Philadelphia spreadable light cream cheese. We want to give this sauce just a hint of creaminess in order for it to match the filling that we've already put into our chicken breasts. So our spreadable cream cheese is going to melt into this wine sauce just perfectly and make it just a little bit creamy. And tonight I'm going to serve these along with some potatoes and some a fresh green salad. And the amount of color and flavor on our plates is sure to impress. And you won't even know that I got distracted this afternoon and threw it all together right at the end. Okay, so now we're at medium to low heat in our saucepan, and I have added actually about 1/4 cup of the light Philadelphia spreadable cream cheese into my sauce. And I'm just going to whisk it up here until the cream cheese is all melted and all those flavors are incorporated. You know, cooking a pan sauce with a white wine or a cooking wine brings out so much flavor, and the cream cheese just balances it so perfectly to give you the smooth texture with all the flavor and creaminess that will bring out the flavors within our stuffing and our chicken. This is going to be really delicious. Okay, now that that is all smooth and melted in there, I'm going to turn my heat to low, put this on the back burner, get going on other things, and just let my chicken finish cooking up. Our delicious chicken has just come out of the oven. It was 40 minutes, again at 375. I've made sure that the chicken is fully cooked, that the temperature is high enough in both pieces, looking absolutely beautiful. We're going to spoon some of this delicious mushroom sauce straight onto each plate, placing some mushrooms on the top and a little over the edge, and creating a beautiful bed of gravy and sauce right in there. And now for the best part. We get to take a little nibble and see how these stuffed chicken breasts turn out before I release them to the dinner table and serve my hungry family. Herb and garlic cream cheese has got to be the new best friend of chicken. So until next time, keep cooking with cream cheese, and I hope you can enjoy this incredibly simple yet flavorful recipe in your own home.